Good morning, gardeners. I just wanted to give you an update. This is Groundhog Day, February 2nd, 2021. In my makeshift greenhouse right now, planting some seeds, getting ready for spring planting. This is my peat pellets. And you can see I finally got around to organizing myself a little bit more so I know what I have, because I'm always planting seeds and I forget where I plant them and what I planted. So over here I got my tomatillos, the classic tomatillos, and you can see I got everything labeled. Poblano pepper, banana pepper, verde tomatillos, and some comfrey. And I know over here I have some tree cabbage and some other cabbage. And then here I got classic tomatillos, my yellow jubilee tomatoes, and red pear tomatoes. Seed starts. They should be ready by 1st of March to plant out. And now we're going to go outside and see what's waking up, because we are in Phoenix. February is when things start to wake up. And I'll show you what I did back in January and what I'm starting now. Here we are in my old garden. You see my Brussels sprout leaves are getting some bug damage. That means it's good to eat. And below that I got some parsley. They're not eating the parsley, but they're eating the brassicas. I'm not worried too much about that. I just put some onions down there. Hopefully refrain too many pests to eat the leaves, but I'm not worried about it right now. Figs starting to get some buds on them. They'll be waking up in about another month. I got a mulberry tree that's started by cutting down there, and there's my strawberries. These blackberry vines are rooted from cuttings I let fall to the ground, and they just took roots, so I cut them off, and so now I got some blackberries here. There's my rosemary. This is my persimmon, Tananashi persimmon, so it's an astringent persimmon that gets sweet when it gets soft. And then there's some more of my chili tapines, star fruit. I planted another variety in this bed right here of asparagus, so those are going to take a couple years, but the ones I already had planted will be eaten this year. My long gone tree is getting lots of new growth. You can see the pond construction is about ready to begin. I got my pond liner, starting to get my block, got all the concrete out. I've been adding lots of cardboard and mulch for lasagna gardening. All the rocks are ready to go in the pond. I got my pump. Now I just need the work. Oh, here comes a hummingbird. Hummingbirds love this area. I got all this concrete taken out around this tree that was being suffocated. But I'm not going to keep this tree. I already got a Hong Kong orchid. I'm going to plant it right there, and it'll eventually take over this tree, because I'm going to be cutting this back because it's dying back. But now it's just used as a trellis for my loofah gourds. I probably have about 30 loofah gourds sitting up there. I'll have to get those down to harvest the sponges. I already got a whole bunch drying out right now, right here. And you can see here I got my jaboticaba and some longevity spinach. That thing is so easy to grow now, ever since I started it last year. Fruit punch mango really likes this north side of my house. I got some strawberries and some leeks. And this is the strawberry guava. Getting ready to finish my walkway with my travertine walkway right there. Plant some more lavender. Got some more rosemary. Here's my chickens out there in the run looking for bugs and eating all my scraps. Got a lot of hail damage last week from my papayas, but they're just waiting for the warm weather. I'm going to probably cut that on the top, let it branch out. The papayas there now, but they're not going to ripen until it starts warming up here. My fig tree back there is looking really nice, got ready to bud out. The mulberries, the apricots, the chili tapines. These are my pear trees. Everything's been pruned. There's my elderberry starting to leaf out now already. I just had a new planting. I gotta turn off this water. This is my Fuji apple tree. And there's the white mulberry, the everberry mulberry. They're gonna shade the chicken coop for the summer. Pecan, fig, moringa, ice cream bean, the 2 avocado trees, the star fruit. The stick right here is the dormant pomegranate. You can see the chicken cover crop. I just cut this and throw it through the fence every day, or let the chickens out once in a while. Come and eat all this clover and rye and buckwheat. In my gardens now, we got the kohlrabi that's getting almost ready to harvest at the end of the month. Some beets, got some garlic up and a bunch of seedlings for purple celery, and there's some cabbage seedlings coming up in there. Still harvesting lettuce. There's some dill coming up, longevity spinach, celery, some garlic chives, and that bare area's got a bunch of seedlings popping up. There's some snow peas popping up for the fence. There's my seedling avocado trees that I found and transplanted that took root. Let me go show you the front yard real quick. Banana did not freeze back this winter. Hopefully it won't in the end of February, but it's been protected pretty much from the moringa that I let keep growing right over it. I'm gonna have to cut those back at the end of the month though. The rest I cut back and chipped up the wood. You can see back here my seedling mango tree is about 2 feet tall now. It's looking very healthy. The apple trees here, I pruned to structurally open up the center between the two, and they'll fill in and cross-pollinate and look like one big tree. Lemon trees, and he just needs to get some more green growth here, which it'll start budding out now. The Meyer lemon has been giving me some lemons though. Lime tree starting to get some new growth. Artichokes replanted themselves. I have a row of wheat right here that I'll feed to the chickens. There's my early amber peach and my Santa Rosa plum. And those are open so there's nothing crossing into each other. Kind of like bowl shaped. It's structurally healthy the way I pruned it. Behind there on the fence is my yellow passion fruit. I got a purple passion fruit coming for cross-pollination for this fence, and I got a cutting that took root of that one. So I'll have the purple and the yellow passion fruit. The orange tree should be blooming pretty soon. Hopefully we'll have some oranges this year. This is my Jamaican cherry. Didn't freeze back this winter. I had some floodlights on a timer coming on every night to keep the area kind of a few degrees warmer than the rest of the area, so this tropical did not freeze back, and it's been giving me cherries for the past couple months, and they're delicious. Whoops, just dropped it. This is ready, almost ready to eat, but I'm gonna eat that one. When they turn red, they're really sweet. Oh yeah, very sweet. Here's another one. And another one. But you know what? It's all on the underside. These droopy leaves hide them from the birds, so only I can see them. It's all underneath here. Gotta look up and pick them and eat them. Very nutritious. There's another one. It's my snack in the garden. Just look, I think these are my Buena Mulatas because I did not see any chili tapines on there. So I think that's the Buena Mulata, so we should be getting some this spring on those. Florida Prince Peach is always my first to bloom and give me fruit, and it's February 2nd and it's already blooming. It's already waking up. It's got nice open center now for airflow and sunshine on the peaches. This is the pluot. Some lavender there. Starting to see some daffodil and tulip bulbs emerge. Some seedlings from a lot of seeds I planted out. I had marigolds, and snapdragons, and echinacea, iris there. This pumpkin vine is dying and the pumpkin is about ready to harvest. So I actually had a pumpkin growing all winter long in the hottest part of my yard. My experiment worked. Happy about that. The chickens will love that. Cut everything back so everything is mulched. Starting to grow. And last but not least, we'll go to the... I'm planning on getting an arborist to come and trim up my sisal tree here, because this tree limb extends about 15 feet into my neighbor's yard. It's on the east side of my yard and it just blocks too much morning sun, which I need. So I'm gonna get this east side cut down, open up some light in the morning here. But see, everything's still kind of dormant. This will probably be my last thing that wakes up, because this is my sugar apple. Very tropical. Mangoes are still hanging on. They're waiting for the heat. Persimmon still green and pliable, so it's healthy. I've been planting stuff in my 2-year-old mulch here, and they've been looking pretty good. Some parsley, and this kind of surprised me. I have about 12 of these popping up. I touched one and it stung me, so I go, oh, I remember last spring I put some seeds in here for a stinging nettle that never came up. But they're coming up now, a whole bunch of them. So hopefully they'll survive. At least we know they like the milder climate here in spring and even winter. Got some dill popping up. Barbados cherries. Should be getting some cherries this year. Pomegranate hedge. And last but not least, wonderful pomegranate. The pink guavas are fruiting already. I think I need to prune this back, force it to give me some more growth, but it is giving me some fruit right now. So is the white guava. It's already starting to fruit. So that's what we got going on for Groundhog Day. Happy Groundhog Day, everybody.